Siringan ka na?
Ang kaibahan ng geology at ng environmental science sa ibang sciences, walang produkto na pwedeng maibenta pagkatapos ng research. No? Walang isda na pwedeng maparami, walang super manok, walang super kambing na pwedeng maproduce. So what is it then that the geology people, and there are 6 institutions in the whole country that offers a geology program, but we have a huge industry that employs geologists. Sa government, ang dami ding mga offices na employed ang mga geologists. And I think environmental science is very relevant. Iba't ibang fields ang pumapasok sa environmental science. But for environmental science, ganoon din, walang electronics na pagkatapos ng research ay pwedeng ibenta. So what can we do then? Ano ang pwedeng i-offer ng fields na ito, no, sa society, sa funding agencies, for institutions or groups to be considered as research centers in the country? Hindi ko kayang in 15 minutes i-cover ang lahat ng topics. I will concentrate on a specific topic, and that is on disasters. And how geology and environmental science can excel, can focus in certain aspects to be considered as research centers of the country. Ano ang research opportunities? No? Itong dalawang field na ito, geology at environmental science. Let's look at the Philippines. Una, pulo-pulo ang Pilipinas. We are archipelagic. At maraming needs. Well, how do you support a community that stays in a place that has limited access to many things? Ano ang pwedeng gawin? Given the issue of climate change, challenge sila, no, sa maraming bagay. Ano ang pwedeng itulong sa kanila? We are tectonically active. Ang daming lindol, ang daming volcanoes, ang daming faults. It's an advantage for some, it is a disadvantage in many ways. But a lot of people come to the Philippines because of this setting. Because we are in a tectonically active area, people come over to study our country. We can produce local researchers that can address the same questions, the same needs, the same issues. Daming lindol, madaming bulkan, madaming faults, ang mga ilog natin makikipot, matatarik. At dahil ito'y makikipot, matatarik, they are prone to landslides and to floods. Pero saan tayo pupunta? Wala naman tayong ibang bansa. Walang ibang pwedeng mapuntahan. Ano ang pwedeng maitulong ng geology, ng environmental science sa mga issues na ito? We are in a tropical belt with monsoonal rains. At nitong mga nakaraang taon, monsoon rains, naririnig natin yon, yung southwest monsoon, ang dami-dami ng baha. Meron ba tayong magagawa para matulungan natin ang mga komunidad para harapin itong suliranin ng pagbaha? We are in the typhoon corridor. And when we say typhoons, hindi lang ito ulan, malalakas din na hangin. Just recently, we have Typhoon Lawin that devastated Cagayan. Ano bang pwede nating matutunan sa mga ganitong events para ma-improve natin ang kalalagayan ng ating mga kababayan, and eventually, matulungan natin ang bansa at matulungan din ang ibang bansa. We are in an area that is experiencing the fastest rise of sea surface temperature. Umiinit ang dagat. And this is related to global warming. Over the past 80 years, the seas around the Philippines, yung temperature niya have risen by about 1.5 degrees centigrade. That's the average. Now, within that average, merong seasonal fluctuation. So kung pwede na yung dati yung pinakamainit ay 30 degrees, itataas mo ngayon ng 1.5, 31.5 degrees. Ito yung sanhi kung bakit ang dami-daming bleaching ng corals. We are in an area with the fastest rates of sea level rise, at roughly about 1 centimeter per year over the past 20 to 25 years, projected to even go faster in the next years. Ano ang epekto nito? Mas madaling bahain ang coastal areas, mas lalala ang problema sa coastal erosion. But we are in the center of marine biodiversity, and this is giving us a lot of extra resource na pwede nating pakinabangan. Ano ang pwedeng pakinabang dito sa diverse na biodiversity, both terrestrial and marine? And ano yung interaction nitong biodiversity na ito with all of these challenges in the setting of the Philippines? Tumalaki yung population natin at napaka-dense. Okay? But the large population is largely poor. They have limited capability in addressing their needs, their problems. They are concentrated in small areas. Sadly, poorly planned development. Metro Manila, for example, Manila in particular, ang drainage system nito, Spanish times pa, pero ngayon lang nababago. Ilang taon na yung nakaraan. Okay? Sementohin mo ang maraming bahagi ng Kamaynilaan, ay talagang bibilis ang daloy ng tubig. At kung magiging mas konti yung sisipsipin ng lupa. We are a country with many good laws, unfortunately, with very poor implementation. So here then, environmental science becomes very relevant. Ang daming pwedeng i-address ng environmental science. All over the country, there are more than 25 HEIs with a bachelor's degree program in environmental science. Sa palagay ko, based on what I know, limited na paglilibot ko sa iba't ibang universities, ang karamihan ng pinaka-strength nila ay biology. But environmental science should include physical sciences. Dapat meron kang geologist doon, dapat meron kang chemist doon, para pwedeng magtulungan yung iba't ibang fields in that overall program, which we call environmental science. Maaaring saliksikin. So madaming pwedeng specific focus sa iba't ibang regions. Ibig sabihin lang, madaming pwedeng gawin na relevant kaagad sa community. There's a lot of free data on the shape of the ocean floor. Maraming salamat kay Toby Chanko ng NAMRIA kasi ginawa niyang policy ng NAMRIA na lahat ng mapa nila downloadable na, libre. Hindi na kayo bibili. Bukod dyan, they have recently acquired multi-beam data. This is high-tech data that gives a very good view of the seafloor, and I will show you an example in a while. Climate data, ang daming available sa internet. Mas madali sa internet outside of the Philippines kaysa sa kumuha ka ng data sa within the Philippines. Sana gayahin ng Pag-asa yung policy ng NAMRIA. At pwede nating i-push yun. Now, we can learn a lot from the climate record. Yung trends ng climate change na sinasabi, paano mo yun may establish kung wala namang available na data? Hindi mo magamit ang data. There's also this wonderful equipment that can give you a good picture of the topography. No, yung centimeter scale na pagbabago ng taas ng lupa, kaya nitong LiDAR. Ang dami nang na-acquire ng DOST na data using LiDAR. Sana gawin din nila open data siya. Google Earth, may ilog dito. Ito yung ilog. Ito ilog. Dito sa part na ito, nasa ng ilog? Nandun ang ilog. Tanong, nakakontribute kaya yan sa pagbabaha? Libreng data. Pwede niyong gamitin. This is an example of a multi-beam data. It gives you an excellent picture of the seafloor. This is in Aqua Reef, a survey that we did in 2015, 2016. Ang dati, ang lumalabas lang sa part na ito ng Aqua Reef, flat lang siya. But with this multi-beam, you can see a lot of features. It can then improve our modeling of ocean circulation. It can then improve our knowledge of how complex the seafloor is. May data tayo niyan sa Nangria. Pwede natin siyang magamit. This is an example of a swath of multi-beam data taken in the Batanes area. Dagat po lahat ito, pero ay, may bulkan, may bulkan. May bulkan na mayroong coral reef. Yun yung ating makikita. Dati hindi nakakita yan. Tanong ko, sa Earth Sciences, active kaya itong mga bulkan na to? Aba, may target ka na kagad. Hindi ka na pupunta sa kung saan-saan. The freely available data can tell you where to go. And I hope that PhilASST would look at these features together with the academia. New but affordable technologies. No? Merong depth meter, sports grade or recreation grade with down imaging, side imaging capabilities for $1,000 US. Kaya lang yung procurement natin, dodoblehin yun. Magiging $2,000 US ang presyo, no? Pero pag binili mo off the shelf, $1,000 US lang siya. GoPro, na 25,000. Pero meron namang made in somewhere, mga 2,000, 4,000. Pwede na rin. Laban na, no? Okay? Ano ba mga pwedeng gawin sa mga to? This is the depth meter. It can measure the depth of the seafloor, but it gives you a lot of other information. And one of the specific things that is of interest to us is this feature called submarine groundwater discharge. This is groundwater seeping through the seafloor. No? Hindi man natin na-account kung how much groundwater or how much fresh water is coming out across the seafloor. But this technology is wonderful. We're using it now to map coral reef areas. No? Ma-identify namin itong process ng SGD, mapapag-aralan namin siya, alam namin saan kami pupunta, and then we can monitor it through time. Tanong, sa mga eskwelahan, sa mga research institutions across the country, madami malapit sa coral reef. Aba, meron kayong ganitong gamit, madami na kayong magagawa. These are bubbles coming out of the seafloor. This is in Mabini, Batangas. And this is one of the attraction sites for divers. Hawakan mo yung buhangin, mainit siya. The gas is 90% CO2. The amazing thing is, malapit lang dyan yung mga coral reef na pinagdadivan ng mga turista. So isang tanong na gusto naming masagot ay paano nangyayari yon? This is mainly CO2, so the pH of the ocean water here is much lower than the average ocean water, and yet, bakit okay na okay yung coral reef doon? And it can help us with this problem we call ocean acidification. You see, bumababa daw ang pH ng dagat. Ito, lugar, mababa na yung pH, pero buhay pa din si coral. Pwede bang makatulong ito sa strategies ng Pilipinas in ensuring healthy coral reef systems? So isa yon sa ginagawa namin, pwede nyo ring gawin. GoPro, ibinaba namin sa lalim na 40 meters. Ang rating ng GoPro, 30 meters lang. Okay lang, ano? 30 meters, hindi man ako makapag-dive sa 40 meters. So, maglublub na lang ako ng GoPro. Pag-angat, wonderful, first-time observation. This is in Palawan. Those are sea urchins. No? So, alam namin, kung gusto namin itong pag-aralan, makakabalik doon, makikita namin kaagad siya. Kung ayaw mong masira yung GoPro, lagyan mo lang ng additional na housing. At pwede kang mag-fabricate. That's one thing in the Philippines na parang takot na takot tayong mag-fabricate. Mag-fabricate tayo. Tapos, pwede mo pang i-publish yung resulta mo. Pwede mo muna ng patent. Baka bibili ng 3M. Old and new concern. Plastic. Malaking plastic. Lumulutang sa dagat. Nagkalat sa ilog. Nagkalat sa lupa. Bagong problema, kasi yun palang plastic na yun, pwedeng ma-degrade, maging napakaliliit na plastic. Microplastics. Pero we produce small plastics as well, yung microbeads. Para gumanda ang mukha, bibili tayo nung, ano ba yan, yung pangkaskas. Pwede namang bato. Volcanic rock na lang, pwede yung ano. Di ba, sir, no? Doc Austria, pwede naman, di ba? Libre pa! Wala pang damage sa environment, no? So, these are micrometers in scale. Yan yung isang malaking problema. Bakit siya problema? Alam niyo po kung bakit? Kinakain siya ng mga hayop. Kinakain siya ng mga isda. Ito, baby isda, ayun o, ang daming microbeads na kinain. Any filter feeder will suck in those microplastics. Sino po dito ang kumakain ng tahong? Wala. Talaba. No? Alam po nyo, filter feeders sila. Paano na? Kinain mo siya. Yung anchovy, hindi mo naman tinatanggal yung bituka, di ba? Kinakain mo siya buo. May microplastic yun. Paano na? No? Paano Pampaganda sa loob, no? The sad thing is, and Dr. Kuchonko is here, natatrap siya dun sa microvilli ng tiyan natin. So, it reduces the efficiency of our body in acquiring the nutrients from our food. No? Ano ang pwede nating maitulong? No? May mga nag-aaral na madami sa dagat. Sa mga ilog at sa mga lawa, wala pa. Kung meron kayong lawa na malapit, meron kayong ilog na malapit, na pinagkukunan ng mga isda, baka pwede nating pag-aralan ng mga yan. Last slide, asin. Alam niyo po ba na ang mga asin na yung ibinilad tapos pinag-evaporate, meron siyang microplastics. Hindi naman na natin yan pinipili, di ba, bago siya gamitin. Gamitin natin siya isang buo, di ba? Paano yung bagoong? No, isda na maliliit yun, di ba? Lahat-lahat yun dun eh. Hindi naman tinatanggalan ng hasang at bituka yun. No? Baka dapat pag-aralan natin, meron bang ibang paraan na makapag-produce ng asin ng mga komunidad? Meron. Yung evaporation na mas mabilis, yun lang gagamit ka ng fuel. Okay. At ang kukolektahin mo yung mga nasa wall, hindi yung lata doon sa ilalim. So those are things that we can probably work on. Madali lang siya at kapakinabang sila. Look for things that you can look at in your own backyards. You don't have to spend so much money doing field work. No? Baka doon lang sa sarili niyong lugar, meron nang pwedeng sabihin, ako ay magiging center of excellence in river dynamics kasi nakatira ka malapit sa ilog. Will be a center of excellence related to coastal dynamics kasi malapit ka sa beach. Collaboration, madali lang ito kung relevant ang trabaho mo. Madali lang ito kasi ang dami namang mga researchers na willing na makipag-collaborate. Huwag tayong matakot na makipag-collaborate. Itabi natin yung takot na baka nakawin ng idea. Bay, pag-usapan natin yon, magkaroon ng MOA para walang nakawan ng idea. Funding, kung relevant ang trabaho mo, hindi mahirap. Huwag ko sabihin niya, pwede mahirap pa din ang funding, ano? Pwede pa rin. Pero we have to strive to sell our product and to let them know that we can do these things and we can do it well. Fund us, we can do more. You have to recruit people who can do research and publish and train other people. Okay? Ito importante to, who can work with others. There are institutions who can be more productive if their people can work together. Kasi you contribute, no, to each other. It's a wonderful experience for me working at MSI, being able to work with almost everybody within the institute.